We will introduce servo motor in this project. Servo is a common component in the robotic and radio control projects. A servo is a direct current DC motor that, instead of spinning continually, is designed to turn to a certain angle in response to a control signal and stay fixed in that position. How servo works? Arduino uses a digital pin to send an angle signal to the servo. The angle value is encoded in the pule width modulation PWM signal. Servo has a microcontroller to control the DC motor. The motor attaches to a gear set to reduce the turn ratio. The turning angle is transferred back to a potentiometer, a variable resistor. The resistance value will feed back to microcontroller, which will determine to turn more or to stop. If the servo is not in the deserved angle, the microcontroller will continue to turn on the DC motor. It will stop until the servo in the deserved angle. Here is the different view of two servos. If the servo is turned by external force, since the potentiometer is continuously feeding back to the microcontroller will try to bring servo back to the fixed angle. This web page is a good reference on how to connect to a servo and Arduino coding. Our project will do the same, except we reuse our previous project to display the analog value in OLED. We modify the previous project code by adding the servo header file, declare an instance of servo variable. In the setup, we attach a servo to digital pin 7. In the loop, after we read in and display the analog value to OLED, we map the analog value from 0 to 1023 to 0 to 180. Then, control the servo to turn to the right angle. This is SG90 mini servo motors. Most servos have 3 input wires. Brown is for ground, red is for 5V, and orange is for the input PWM signal. In our project, we are using pin 7, so the orange wire is connecting to pin 7. The servo right function input is from 0 to 180, but this servo or most servo cannot turn 180 degree. To make it more fun, we replace the VR by LDR as the input voltage divider. It also uses pin 7 as input. This is how fast servo can respond to the input.